Welcome back to the channel. Over at the Busted Knuckle Garage in town today. Got a little project I'm working on. Let's see, I need some 5W30. And it looks like I got a couple of them here. I need 1 quart of 5W, well, this is actually 5W20. Probably good enough. Yeah, I think we'll just use that. That should be good, right? Yeah. All right, so what are we doing, you might ask? Well, I'll show you. So my project here today is getting the year-end maintenance done on the snowblower. I think we're done using it. I mean, it's April 26th, so gosh, we better be done using it. I guess if we get any snow now, it probably would melt pretty quick anyway. So as you can see, I've already pulled the drain plug for the oil and drained the oil out of it. Of course, it's always a good idea to run the mower and get it warm before you do that, so that the oil will drain out better. And then I also loosened up the dipstick up top here so it's vented a little bit. So I've got the oil drained out, and we're gonna go ahead and put the plug back on. There's really not a whole lot of things you have to do to keep one of these things running. I kind of just check over all the nuts and bolts and fittings and stuff like that, make sure everything is staying tight and looks the way that it still should. But give it an oil change. I don't even change oil every year. It depends on how much we used it that year. This year, it got a little bit of use, and I know I didn't change it last year, so decided to go ahead and change it this year. All right, next thing, we got our quart of oil. Let's pull the dip. Oh, hang on. I need to get a towel. Okay, got my towel. Let's pull a dipstick out. Set that aside. And then, I guess we should open up the jar of oil first. Okay. Got our funnel. And this takes the whole quart, so a whole quart of oil. I'm using Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic. Like I said, it's 5W20. I don't know if it matters a whole lot on these engines. I mean, they really don't run a lot unless you're using this thing commercially. It is pretty much a commercial snowblower, or commercial grade, I should say, but we're just using ours residentially. So with some care, it should last a long time. Like I said, I don't even change oil in it every year, because if you think about it, the amount of hours that get on put on the motor in one winter, not much. So that oil is really pretty new yet. But I just like to change it at least every other year, just to kind of keep some good fresh oil in it. All right. And we'll double check that level here in just a little while. I also added some fuel stabilizer to the gas tank, and I completely filled the gas tank. I know there's varying opinions on that. I think this one does have a metal tank. I don't know. Some people say you're supposed to run them dry. Other people say fill them full, so there's no chance of getting condensation and rusting your tank. Of course, if it's a plastic tank, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you don't want condensation in there. All my motors, I've always just filled them put some fuel stabilizer in it. And then when I'm all done here, I'm gonna push it outside. I'm gonna start it, and then I'm gonna let it run to get that fuel. I've already had some stabilizer in there, so it's already been running through the motor, but I'm gonna start it, let it run, and then I'll turn the fuel supply off back here and let it run until it basically runs out of gas. That way the line should be empty going up to the motor, so the motor won't have any gas sitting in it over the winter. Of course, there's no air filter to change on a snowblower, so you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, loose nuts and bolts. Just kind of give everything a check over, make sure nothing needs to be fixed there. All right, let's go check out the auger. There's a few things that we can look at up there. Okay, up front on the auger, we've got grease zerks on the auger shaft. There's 2 on this side, and there will be 2 on this side. Of course, they're on the back side. So we're gonna have to, we'll do these 2 first since I can get to them, and then I'll probably have to start it up and get the auger rotated a little bit so I can get at those other ones. So we'll get out our handy dandy grease gun here. And give her a shot of grease. Oh, that didn't take much. All right, got that side. Let me start this up and, well, actually I got a little excess grease here. Clean that off. Greasing is probably one of the least favorite jobs there is, I'd say. It's just messy. Right, Trigger? Huh? It's messy. You can't see Trigger, but he's over there nodding his head. Okay. Start it up. That should work. There. That's better. Didn't make a mess that time. There. Yeah, it really doesn't take much. When you're greasing, it's always a good idea to have some shop towels on hand. All right, then we'll just check over up here. Just kind of looking for the, yeah, see, there's Trigger. Hey, say hi. Just kind of checking everything over. Everything else looks good up here. Shear pins are still good. I don't see any other issues. All right, now there's one grease zerk on the back right-hand side of mine, back by the tire. This one's a little bit hard to get to. Probably need a different connecting thing on my grease gun. I can usually get it to slip on. There we go. All right, we're looking good on that one. We'll put that away. Wipe up the mess that we made. Okay. All right, something else I look at. Mine's an Aaron's snowblower, but all snowblowers have these. The Aaron's skid shoes right here are really heavy duty and thick. You can tell I've already flipped this one once, but it's got more life left in it. I could certainly flip it back over to that side. I was just kind of balancing them out, but that's looking good, so I don't think we have to do anything to that. All right, then we got our wear bar way down on the bottom here. You can see where those bolts are. That is a wearing part that's meant to sacrifice itself so that it cuts the snow, gives you a nice clean cut, and then that wears instead of the actual deck of the blower wearing. So keep an eye on that. As that wears out, you might need to replace it. If you don't replace it, you wear it all the way down, you'll start wearing into your deck. And the only way to fix that is to buy a new snowblower. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that. All right, now the last thing I'm going to do is get this thing started up. We'll run it outside. I'll turn the fuel off and let it run until it's out of gas. So let's do that part next. Let's put you guys where you can follow us. All right, go there, turn the key on. Oh, and looky there, it's starting to rain. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to turn the throttle all the way up. Then we're going to turn the fuel supply off. There we go. Now we'll just let it run. Come on, dogs. Oh, I gotta get the dogs back inside. Come on, dogs! Sugar, Coda, come on! Alright, stand by. Come on. Let's go, Trigger. This way. Come on! Let's go, Chloe! Come on, Chloe! Chloe! Oh, dogs. Actually, it looks like it's about ready to run out of gas anyway. Maybe I'll only have to open up the door once. Come on, Bubba. Ooh, I'm going inside. It's getting a little wet out there. Oh, that's one way to get the dogs inside. Have it start raining. And there we go. All right, back inside. Put our dog containment system door down. Okay, now for the last thing, let's just double check our oil on the dipstick. And of course, you never check it the first time. Dry it off, we'll put it back in. We're gonna pull that out, and let's bring it over here. See what we can see. There's our full level. It's full. That was a little hard to read though. There we go. Can you see? It's kind of hard to see on camera. 2 dots, it's at the top of the second dot. We're good. All right, well, thanks for joining me today at the Busted Knuckle Garage for an oil change and year-end service on the Aaron's snowblower. What I showed you is the Aaron snowblower, obviously. It's the professional 28-inch deck, but that same thing applies to pretty much whatever snowblower you have. Fuel or stabilize your fuel, oil change. You could change a spark plug. Again, I don't do that. I do that probably less often, every third, fourth year, which is probably overkill too when you think about it. But you don't have to change the spark plug that often for the same reason. It just doesn't run that much. So let's see. What else did we do? We greased the front. We made sure that our shear pins were good, our wear blades, our skid shoes. We greased the rear axle and checked everything over, loose nuts and bolts. Check the tension on your cables. You can make sure that they're still tight and adjust those if needed. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Then I started it up and let it run, turn the fuel off, and let it run until it ran out of fuel, so that there's no aging fuel just sitting in the motor. So that's about it. So the only other thing we'll have to do now when we get it out in the fall, obviously it's going to already be full of fuel. The only thing we'll really need to do is turn the fuel back on, and it might take it a little bit to get started because it's got to draw that fuel back into the motor. So turn the fuel back on, and then you should check your tire pressure. I don't do that now because it's going to sit all summer, and by next fall, it'd probably need to be adjusted anyway. So we'll do that in the fall. We'll check the tire pressures, air those up as necessary. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's not too difficult on a snowblower. So thanks for one more trigger throw. Thanks for joining us over on Tractors Land and Shop Time today, and you guys have a great day.